Hello everyone, welcome back. So in previous lecture we discussed about first level cache, right? So actually last week I am very busy and coming week also I am very busy. Because of that I am not able to upload the videos. So I am very busy in office actually. I think coming second week onwards I will be free, so I will upload videos continuously, guys. Okay. So there is a delay in this week or next week. There is a delay. So after that I will upload all the videos. Okay. So I am very busy actually. So whenever I am having time, I will upload the videos. Okay. So now in this lecture we are going. In previous lecture we discussed about first level cache, right? So in this lecture we are going to learn second level cache. Okay. So second level cache. So before explaining about second level cache, I want to explain problem statement. What is the problem we are implementing second level cache and what is the purpose? So before that, so let's see what is the problem currently. So let me go to Spring application. So I think previous lecture we have implemented many to many relationship, right? So earlier, so we have already have car JPA repository, person JPA repository, and also we have entities, right? Core entity and person entity. So we have many to many relationship. So any relationship we can apply second level cache or first level cache. So let me explain you problem statement. So we are going to test with command line runner. So what I will do, so in pom.xml we have already added spring dev tools, right? So if you have spring dev tools dependency, every time whenever we are modifying the java class, so our server will restart every time. So instead of that, let me comment it out, spring dev tools, otherwise it will keep disturb us. So now what I will do, we are going to, I am going to show you problem statement before implementing second level cache. Why we are going to implement, why we are going to use second level cache, I will tell you the purpose. Okay. So now we are going to test with command line runner. Sorry, it's a interface, right? So let me write implements command line runner and it has a run method. So we are going to test with the command line runner. So once whenever we are starting spring boot application, so spring will initialize application context. After that it will execute run method. So what are all the statements available in run method, those statements will be executed, right? So let me tell you. So we have a car JPA repository and person JPA repository. Let me fetch the person details in our database. Let me open SQL yog. So we have already car table and person table, right? So car is having three cars, BMW, Audi and Rolls Royce, and person is having Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. So now first I will retrieve person details. So to retrieve person details we need a person JPA repository, right? Private person JPA repository. So who will create this object? Spring boot will create the object. So spring container. So I have declared it as auto byte. So now we have a person GPA repository. So let me fetch, find the person, specific person, find by ID. So let me fetch which ID? Let me fetch Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is having 3L. So now dot get. So we will get person object. Let me organize the imports. Control Shift O. So let me display person details. System dot out dot println. So I want to print person details. Person. So one time. So first time I am fetching person details. First person details. Fetch person details 1. Fetch one time. First time. One time I want to fetch 1. I want to fetch multiple times. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I have copied wrongly. Let me copy properly. 2, 3, 4. So 4 times I want to display person details. Here let me give here person 1 and person 1 object. Let me create a person 2 and let me display person 2 object fetch 2 and person 3 and print person 3 third time. Let me print fourth time as well. So here what I am trying to do, I am trying to fetch person details 4 times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let me run in debug mode. Put breakpoint here and just right click on the class and debug as Java application. Save the class. So whenever your Spring Boot application is starting, so after application context create, it will execute run method. This is easiest way to test associations or Hibernate caching. Okay. Yeah, breakpoint came successfully. So let me clear the console. I just clear the console. Let's see what is happening in background when I am trying to fetch specific person. Function. Let me put everywhere. Here also one breakpoint. Here also I want to fetch breakpoint. Okay. Now function effect. You can see the moment fetch person details fetch 1, so person details are displayed. Person id 1 Rohit Sharma is displayed successfully. There is a select statement is generated in background. That means one database call is happened, so details are coming from database. Now what will happen second time also? I am trying to retrieve same user information. Let's see what will happen. Function effect. You can see again Rohit Sharma details are fetched from database. Two times Hibernate query is generated. Next, let's me try one more time. Function effect. So third time also executed. Third time also database call. Let me execute fourth time. Function effect. See 4 times. One, one, two, 3, 4 times database calls are happening. Whenever we are trying to request same information multiple times, so there is a multiple times SQL statements are generated, right? So let me check, let me display car details as well. So Rohit Sharma is having car details, right? One person can associate with multiple cars, right? So multiple persons can associated with multiple cars. That is the meaning of many to one. So here let me try to print car details as well. So person one dot get cars. So car details. car details. Okay, car details fetch 1. Similarly, I want to display 4 times car details fetch 2, person 2. Again I want to display car details fetch 3. Third time I want to fetch person 3 dot get cost. Similarly here also fetch 4. Now let's see now. So let me clear the console, let me run now. So now we no need to run in debug mode. You already let me run debug mode to make you understand. Let me clear the console. Application port already in use, so server is already in starting mode, right? So let me stop the server because other server is not started. So these kind of problems, what you have to do, see, by mistake I restarted the server again because already server is started, server is in running mode. So I again try to start. What will happen? It will not run, right? So how we can solve that issue? Go to your task manager, control alt to delete, and go to details, and select Java. So type Java, so you can see it, Java letter is there, right? Just end the task. What will happen? So it will server will kill properly. So now let me run it in now. Let me run a debug mode again. Debug as Java application. Clear the console, and now you can see function F8. So now car details, so it came to car details. So now when it is trying to fetch the car details, you can see when we are trying to fetch the car details, so there is a one more query will be generated, function F8. See, it's not generated. Why? Let me check. Failure to command line under springboard. Why? Fetch lazily, lazy initialization. Why? Because in many to many relationship, actually by default it will perform lazy operation, so we cannot there is no transaction available here. So what I will do, let me uh, create car details here. Better you perform whenever it is trying to get, by default it is performing lazy operation, many to many. By default it will perform lazy operation, right? So now I want to perform eager loading. So what you will do, so here fetch type eager. Let's check now. Let me stop the server and let me start again. Function F8. Now one query is generated, you can see now along with person details, now car details also coming. So earlier why we got exception, so in many to many relationship, by default it will perform lazy loading, right? So now we just I explicitly I mentioned it as a eager loading. What will happen whenever we are trying to fetch the person details, along with the person details we will get car information as well, because it now I have given as a eager loading. So now overall watching newly, if you don't know eager loading and lazy loading, you can watch my previous videos to make you understand. Okay. So now let me open the console. See function F8. So now you can see there is a car details are printed. Now car details also displayed, right? So now one transaction. So second transaction all will happen. Second action function F8. So second transaction or second time also query is generated, and car details also displayed and person details also displayed. So what does it mean? Now I will skip the all the statements. So whenever each and every request multiple times queries are generated. So what is the problem here? For fetching same information multiple times in multi-thread environment, if you try to fetch multiple times same information, so there is no need of connecting with database to fetch the information. Instead of fetching information from the database, so similar kind of results if you want to fetch, then we can put it in second level cache. If you put it in second level cache, what will happen? So subsequent of same request, whenever you are trying to invoke, that time it every time it will not, request will not go to the database, or results will come from second level cache. So now that is the problem. So every time whenever subsequent of request, so every time new query is generated in console, right? So Hibernate is generating the console. So sorry, Hibernate is generating the SQL statement to fetch the details from database. That is the performance issues. The common data, let's assume while fetching the person information, I don't want to fetch the car details. So sorry, I don't want to uh, fetch the car details from the database every time. I want to fetch only one time, and then remaining time I want to fetch from second level cache. So now I understood the, you understood the problem, right? So generally in second level cache, why we are using, typically is used to store common data which is not changed in database. The data which is not changed in database, that kind of data we will keep it in second level cache. So whenever you are trying to fetch those details, it will always, results will come from second level cache. There is no database call. So common data nothing but if you use user information, so in user information name is common, right? So that name you no need to fetch from the database every time, you can put it in second level cache, and then you can improve the performance issues. So second level cache is used to store common data which is not changed in database. So to perform second level cache in our Spring Boot application, we need to explicitly enable the second level cache. If you want to enable first level cache, you no need to enable anything. By default first level cache is enabled in Spring or Spring Boot application. But if you want to implement second level cache, you have to explicitly write the code to enable second level cache. So to implement second level cache, we have to follow 4 steps. So here I have clearly mentioned, if you want to implement second level cache, we have to implement these 4 steps. What is the first step? So first step is we need to add following dependencies in pom.xml. So with Hibernate Jcache and EH So let me add these two dependencies in pom.xml. This is the first steps to implement second level cache. So let me add dependency. From where you can copy the dependencies, let me copy Hibernate Jcache and go to the browser and type second Hibernate Jcache maven dependency. So you can see first link, very first link you can click maven repository. So you will go with, always you will go with the latest version. Since I am using let me open pom.xml. Since I am using 3.1 version, so Spring Boot 3.1 I am using currently. You can see Spring Boot 3.1.5. So whenever you are using Spring 3.0 onwards, you can go with always latest version 6.4. So here let me go with the latest version 6.4. So let me copy the dependency, copy the dependency, control C, and you have to add it into pom.xml. Anywhere you can add as a dependency. So let me add the dependency, control V, organize the code, control shift F. So there is a type here, so you should not mention type. If you put this type, so this dependency will be ignored by default. So what you have to do, you have to remove this no, no need actually. So now you just save this save the file in background. Automatically this jar will be downloaded into your local maven repository. So now what is another one we need to add? cache. So this is another dependency. Let me go to maven central. Same way how we can do maven central, maven dependency, cache maven dependency. So arg.ehcache, you can use this one, arg.ehcache. So here also we'll go with the latest version 3.10.8. So let me copy the maven dependency ehcache, copied, and go to your pom.xml and paste it here. Control A, Control Shift F, organize the code. Control A, Control Shift F to arrange the proper code. So you can see. So now ehcache arg.ehcache dependency, two dependencies are added. So this version is showing warning because we no need to add the version. That's the reason it is showing. If you keep also, no problem, or you can remove. Since it is showing warning, I will remove it. So now we have added two dependencies. So first step is done successfully. So the moment you add the dependencies, make sure whenever you are modifying the pom.xml, you should always update the maven project. Right click on the project, go to maven and update project. Otherwise those libraries will not load into your project properly, project library. Okay, so now just update, right click on maven update. What will happen? These two libraries will be added into your maven repository here. Okay, so and your project library as well. Okay, lib folder. So now first step is successfully done. So now second step. So we have to need to enable second level cache in application. So what we have to do? Second step, we have to enable second level cache. To enable second level cache, this is the property we need to add. spring.jpa.properties.hibernate.cache.use second level cache is equal to true. So if you add this property, then only second level cache will be enabled to your application. Let me copy this property and go to where we can add. There is application.properties, right? Spring Boot application is application.properties. If you are using Gradle build, then you can add it into the your Gradle, right? So here, since I'm using my, so here proper application.properties here. Let me add. So now once you add this one, so any spell mistake if you have done, your second level cache will not be enabled, guys. Make sure your spelling should be proper. So now use second level cache equal true. Let me save the application. Now second step also done. Now what you have to do? Implement third step. So what is the third step? We have to use the factory class. We have to factory class in the sense there is a different kinds of cache frameworks are available. We have to tell to Spring Boot to use a specific caching framework. We have to tell nothing but which caching framework we have to use. We have to tell to Hibernate or Spring Boot. So which caching framework we have to use, application has to use. So here I am using currently Jcache. There is a Jcache. So internal Jcache region factory. So there is a cache also available. There is a different kinds of caching frameworks are available, and we can use any one of the caching frameworks. Currently I am using Jcaching framework, Jcache region factory. So whenever you are trying to implement second level cache, you have to add specific, you have to tell to Spring Boot like use second level cache and which second level cache and which caching framework our application should use. Because of that we have to add factory class. So let me add this property into our application dot property. So step 2 also done. So now let me add step 1, step 2. So both are added successfully. So let me, what is the step sorry, step 3 also done. So what is the step 4? Step 4 will be now what kind of data, which data we need to cache in second level cache. Which data we have to store it in second level cache. Hibernate doesn't know, Hibernate or Spring doesn't know, Spring Boot doesn't know which data I need to store it in second level cache. We have to explicitly tell to Hibernate or Spring Boot to store the entity which is going to cache. So here I will clearly mention which data we need to store it in second level cache. We have to tell to Hibernate. So whether all the entities we have to cache or cache only what we would like to cache. So for that purpose, we need to add this dependency. Fourth property we need to add shared cache. Enable selective. I will explain you what is this property. So let me add this property as well. We have to tell to Hibernate which level of, sorry, what are all the entities we need to store it in second level cache. To tell that, we need to add this property in application dot properties. So now all four are done successfully. First step is we have added a pom.xml dependencies. We have enabled second level cache. We have used the factory class. So Jcache caching framework we are using currently. So now step 4, we are adding this property. We are telling to Hibernate or JPA to store specific entity in second level cache. So otherwise Hibernate doesn't know which entity I need to store it in second level cache. That is the reason we have to add this property. So all are done. So now let me explain you what is this shared cache. So shared cache nothing but, let me go to here. So after that, once we add the dependencies, I think we have already updated Maven project light. Let me update one more time. So it's updated properly. So library is also updated. So now let me open this class Jcache region factory. I want to make you understand what is Jcache factory. So what I will do, so it is showing unknown, right? So you can see control shift O, it is imported properly. Go to this class, see, sorry, not Jcache. If you go it here, there is a different kinds of shared mode. So Jcache region factory. So not this one. So I don't want to debug this one. If you want to debug, that was shared memory. Shared memory in the sense, just type here shared cache mode. There is a shared cache mode is available. So here you just type. So I just want to show this as well. Shared cache mode, nothing but you can see it has few properties, all nothing but the property which I have defined in application are properties shared cache mode. Shared cache mode in the sense we have to tell to Hibernate which are all the entities we are going to store it in second level cache. So if you give uh, shared cache is equal to enable selective, what will happen? Enable selective nothing but caching is enabled for all the entities where you have declared cacheable true. The entities which are declared as a at the rate cacheable annotation, so those entities will be stored in second level cache. That is the meaning of this one. This is actually in real time environment frequently used. This one, this is the property frequently used to store second level cache. Why? Because we no need to store all the entities in second level cache. So we need to cache which are all common data which is not changed from the database. So those kind of data only we have to store it in second level cache. That is the purpose. We have to explicitly specify your entity uh, along with at the rate cacheable annotation. So all nothing but, so all the entities will be stored in second level cache. That is the meaning of this property. If you give option none, then none of the entities will not store in second level cache. So enable selective, only specified what are all the entities which are specified with the cacheable annotation, those entities will be stored in second level cache. So disable selective nothing but, so which are all the entities, if you declared cacheable false, then those entities will be disabled to store in second level cache. This you can ignore it, we will not use this one. So now here uh, let me, now I want to use I have to tell to Spring Boot or Hibernate to use specific entity to store specific entity as a in second level cache. So here in this example, let's assume car details will not change in database. Let's assume car details will not change in database. So that is the reason I want to store car details in second level cache. So for that purpose, we have to declare if you want to enable any entity to store in second level cache, we have to declare at the rate cache cacheable annotation. So just go to the car entity, any entity guys, which are all the entity you want to store it in second level cache. That entity you have to declare it as a at the rate cacheable Jakarta dot persistence. So here you have to declare at the rate cacheable along with your entity. So the moment you declare at the rate cacheable, by default it will be true. If you go to inside that, just press control and go to inside, by default value will be true. True by default, true in the sense, so when this car details will be stored into second level cache. So whenever first time you request for car details, that time car details will be stored into second level cache. That is the meaning of at the rate cacheable annotation. If you give false, then this will not be stored into the second level cache. Okay, so now what I will do, I have declared it as a core entity as at the rate cacheable annotation. So core details will be stored into second level cache. Now let's test this now. Now how we can test? So let me, to avoid confusion, let me remove all those things and save. So now you can see here, let me fetch the person details first, and then after that I want to fetch car details also. So if you want to fetch the car details, we need a car JPA repository. So let me create car JPA repository as well to fetch the car details. Why? Because we have to test whether every time database call is happening or not. Car JPA repository, and then let's create define annotation. We will create this object, spring container will create. So now let me fetch the car information as well. Car is equal car JPA repository dot find by id. I want to fetch car 1, get, that's it. So now let me organize the import. So now I'm going to fetch car details. Let me print the car details explicitly here. So car details fetch 1, percentage fetch 1. So here car details car, just print the car details. So car 1. Okay, let me try to fetch the same car again and again. I want to fetch same car again and again. So car 1, car 2, second time we have to display fetch 2, and again car 3, third time also I am going to fetch same car. Let me fetch fourth time as well, 4 and 4. So here what we are doing now, one time we are fetching person information, so another time we are fetching car details, fetch one time, and fetch 2 second time, fetch 3 3 times, and fetch 4 times. Same car details we are trying to fetch multiple times. Let's see what will happen in this case. So now let me run in debug mode. So let me stop the server, previous server. So now this is not needed. This is only to show you purpose, I just added that. So now let me right click and debug as Java application. Let me put breakpoint here. So now let me clear the console. So let me execute function F8. So what will happen? Query is generated and person details displayed, and now let me fetch the car details. So car details are here already fetched, right? So now let me fetch the car details function F8. If you observe, see, car details are fetched, but there is no query generated. So whenever you are trying to fetch the car details, there is no query generated. So let me fetch again function F8, function F8, function F8. So there is no query is generated. So these car details are coming from second level cache. Only one time SQL statement is generated. So let me show you another way. So how? Let me stop the server. So instead of car details here, just remove. I want to comment this person details. So no need to print person details as well. So let me start the server. So if I don't cache, what will happen? So let's see. I don't want to cache for the time being. Car details I don't want to cache. So what will happen now? So let me debug as Java application. Each request will be one new request, right? One new transaction. Let me clear the console. So breakpoint came and clear the console. What I have done, guys, you have to observe now. So car I have commented out cacheable. So what will happen here? One time I am fetching same car, second time I am fetching and third time also I am fetching, four times I am trying to fetch same car details. So now let's execute function F8. So very first time query will be generated. Select column names from the car. So BMW is printed successfully. Very first time. This is one request. One request will be one new transaction. So each database call will be one new transaction. So first time car details are coming from database. Why? Because there is a SQL statement is generated. Because of that, these core details are coming from database. Let's try now. Second time, what will happen? Function F8. See, again query is generated, because since it is a second transaction, so each database request will be one new transaction, guys. So first time when I am trying to fetch, SQL statement is generated. Second time when I am trying to fetch, so second time also SQL statement is generated to fetch the core details. Third time, what will happen? Third time, function F8. See, third time also SQL statement generated. So let me try fourth time also function F8. See, fourth time also SQL statement is generated. Whenever subsequent request to the database calls, so every time subsequent request, whenever you are trying to fetch same information again and again, there is a new database, sorry, new select statement is created in console. So Hibernate is trying to fetch every time same information we are trying to fetch it here. So Hibernate is every time it is going connecting to the database and it is fetching the results. So this will have performance issue. So getting same information again and again parallelly subsequent of request, that time every time fetching the results from database is performance issue. So we no need to connect with the database every time while fetching same information. Now what I will do, don't want to connect to the database every time to fetch same information. So I want to cache the core details. I don't want to fetch from database every time. So now what will happen? So now I just enabled again cacheable, clear the console. Let me stop the server, and now Let me start the server again. Run in debug mode. I hope you guys are understood clearly now. Second level cache. Very easy, guys. I just clearly mentioned step by step. See now, first time car. So console. I just clear the console. Very first time. What will happen? Function F8. See, query is generated. This is agreed. Why? Because this is first transaction request. First time I am trying to fetch car details one from the database. So very first time it will fetch from the database. So second time what will happen? Let's see, function f8. See, there is no SQL statement generated. So these details are coming from second level cache. Let me check third time. Function f8, function f4. See, remaining all three times details are coming from second level cache, not from database. So now you people may have doubt, sir, how do I know whether the details are coming from second level cache or first level cache? It might be coming from first level cache, right? Because in previous lecture I told you, right, whenever first time only it is going to create a query and second time it will fetch from first level cache. You can assume now, sir, how do I confirm whether the details are coming from second level cache or first level cache? So let me prove that these details are coming from second level cache. So to prove that, what we have to do, go to your application dot properties and enable. Now we will debug in depth, guys. So I want to prove you these details are coming from second level cache. To prove that, let me debug in depth now. So now what we can do, we can add two properties. We can enable debug logs, right? So specific, I want to debug Hibernate, what Hibernate is doing in background, whether really it is core details are storing in second level cache or not. So how we can do that? Let me enable logging, sorry, logging debug logs for Hibernate. How we can do that? There is a logging dot. So logging dot level dot arg dot Hibernate dot type. So I want to trace that. So what we will do, background, what is happening, trace. So here logging dot level dot arg dot Hibernate dot type is equal trace. The moment you add this, what will happen, we can debug background is really core details are coming from second level cache or not. So next we want to display statistics also. So I want to display the statistics of Hibernate. How we can display statistics of Hibernate? By enabling spring dot JPA dot properties dot Hibernate dot, so generate underscore statistics, that's it, is equal to true. What will happen? So the moment you enable these two, we can check what is happening in background, whether Hibernate is really is going to fetch the core details from second level cache or not. So not only second level cache, but if you want to debug Hibernate in depth, so you can enable these properties. Any database operation, whatever you want to debug, you can enable these two properties to debug in depth. So now let me clear the console. Let me stop the server. I will start from scratch. So let me run server in debug mode. Now let's see whether really those details are coming from second level cache or not. Debug as Java application. Very easy, guys. You just need to understand the concept. We have to perform 4 steps to enable second level cache. So if you see, if you check the console now, there is a lot more class Hibernate statistics are displaying here. You can see as of now there is a L2. You can see here L2 JDBC, 0 JDBC statements are generated, and there is a another L2C puts, L2C hits, L2C misses. I will explain you later what are those these. those three properties, you can see L2C nothing but second level cache, level 2 cache, L2C nothing but level 2 cache. We are debugging in depth in background what is happening, whether really core details are storing in level 2 cache or not. So now, as of now, there is no database calls, nothing is stored in second level cache, right? No database calls and zero database calls. You can see zero database state SQL statements are generated, and there is zero records are stored in second level class, second level cache as of now. So let me clear the console and let me execute first statement. Function F8. If you observe the console, you can see one JDBC statement is generated. You can see what is that one? Select core details. Very first time it is connected with the database and fetching core details from the database. So SQL statement is generated. That is the meaning of that. One statement is generated. Nothing but one database request, one database call is happened. And also if you observe, see metrics, you can see level 2 cache puts, level 2 cache puts nothing but, so core details are stored in second level cache. You can confirm that now. So earlier when I start the server, zero JDBC statements and zero second level cache, zero records are in second level cache. Now one JDBC request, so one statement is generated and that one core details are stored in second level cache. L2C nothing but second level cache puts nothing but, so Hibernate is the moment we declared core details as at the rate cacheable annotation. So that is the reason core details are, whenever you are requesting core details first time, so those details are fetched from database very first time, and those details are stored in second level cache. And what is the misses? Nothing but whenever you are enabling second level cache, so Hibernate will check whether these details are available in second level cache or not. If it is not available, then one misses. That is the meaning of this one level 2 cache is missing. Nothing but whatever details you are requesting very first time, those details are not available in second level cache. That is the meaning of that one record is missing in second level cache. So now and that record, that missing record will be stored in puts. L2C puts nothing but that record is stored in level 2 cache, nothing but second level cache, and core details are displayed successfully. Now we'll see what will happen second request. So let me execute second request. Function F8. See, if I execute function F8, see there is no database calls, zero database calls. You can see there is no database call happening, and SQL statement also not generated. And you can see there is a one L2C hits, nothing but one detail, core details are coming from second level cache, not from the database. Second time query is not generated. Now you can confirm that our details are stored in second level cache, and those details are coming from second level cache. That is the meaning of one L2C. It's so zero missing, zero missing nothing but, zero misses nothing but, so the core details one which we are requested, those details are available in second level cache. So that is the reason zero misses and one hits, nothing but those details are available, those details are coming from second level cache. And zero puts nothing but the same details which we are requesting, those details are not stored in second level cache. Why? Because those are all already available in as part of first request. Those details are stored in, you can see here, one put, one L2C put first time, very first time, those details are already stored in second level cache. And second time when you are trying to fetch, that time it is not stored here, and it is fetching exist from the existing second level cache. So now you can confirm that we are able to fetch the we are able to store the second store the car details in second level cache. Let me try third time also. Function effect, so third time also I have requested, so third time will happen again what L2C, so again details are coming from second level cache. Again fourth time, so as many number of time, as many number of subsequent request, if you fetch the same information again and again, those details will come from second level cache. It will always fetch from second level cache. Now we can confirm that our details are coming from second level cache. Let me prove, let me try to fetch new details, new core details. How do let me fetch new core details, whether those details will be stored in second level cache or not. Let's see. So that I will check, we will test from let's test from web service also. Some people are asking me, sir, every time you are testing from command line runner, so please test from web service also. So let me test this second level cache functionality from invoking web service as well. So what I will do, I will stop the server and I will clear the console. Let me check, I already created the controller. You can see in our project we have a person car rest controller I have created. So there is a API is available, find person API and find cars API. So let's see what will happen if we invoke the APIs from the browser or rest client anywhere. So let me stop the server now. Debug mode not needed. Okay, anyway, I just executed. So let me stop the server. So guys, let me copy, sorry, let me comment it out, otherwise when once this is executed, this will be cached in stored in second level cache, right? I don't want to do that. I want to test this from REST API. Let me test, most of the people are asking. So now let me run the server. Now we are going to test the second level cache by using REST calls. I have created the controller already to save some time. So here you can see find person API is there. Here nothing. Here I am just finding the person details, and here I am just finding the core details. So find the core API and person core API. So now our server is started successfully. I just cleared the console. So now go to your browser and try to invoke localhost colon 8080 slash find person or find car, anything, find car. Let me find car, find car API slash, what I will do, so find the car, which car details we can fetch. Let me check in database. In database already I have three cars, BMW 1 2 3. So find the car 1. So let me fetch. Oops, so multiple records came. Why? Because so this core entity is having relationship with person as well, right? Many to many relationship, so car is associated with the person. That's the reason whenever I'm trying to fetch the car details from the database, so there is a, when type conversion is happening, that time infinity loop is going on. So it went to the person again, inside the person again there is a car. So that is the reason when you are invoking with restful APIs, so that time this many to many relationship, what will happen whenever your results are came back, so that time whenever it is trying to return the results again, one more it is again trying to fetch the person information from car, car to person and person to car. That is the reason what I will do, I will ignore as of now to fetch the person details from the car information. So that is the results here. You can see BMW Rohit Sharma recursion happened. So while invoking REST APIs, what do you do? You just ignore this property to avoid recursion. If you don't understand the concept, please watch previous lectures. So this one here, ignore or JSON ignore, some property will be there. JSON ignore, just ignore now. So now what will happen? Let me stop the server and restart again. To understand many to many relationship, you can watch my previous videos, guys, who are all watching newly. Okay, so let me once server is started successfully, there is no database calls, and nothing, no records are stored in level 2 cache. So let me clear the console. So now I will invoke the car details again. So fetch the car detail. See car details 1 BMW. If you check in database, there is a car details BMW 1. So BMW 1 is successfully fetched very first time. So very first time what will happen? So you can see very first time what is happening. So there is a SQL statement is generated, and these core details are stored in level 2 cache, one database call, and it is stored in level 2 class. And zero hits because these details are not coming from second level cache. And this one, so very first time, so these core details are not stored in second level cache, that is the reason one is misses. So now uh, details are stored in first level, sorry, second level cache, right? You can see core details are stored in second level cache. So let me clear the console now and let me hit one more time. What will happen, we'll see. Let me send the request, refresh the browser again, same request I sent again. See, if you sent again, so there is zero database calls, and those details are not put in second level cache again. So these details are coming from second level cache, and zero misses. Since already details are available in second level cache, those details are coming from second level cache. You can see there is no SQL statement generated. Let me clear the console again. Let me refresh again, refresh. Let me send the request multiple times I sent now. So as many number of time if you request same request again and again, there is no database call. So details are coming from level 2 cache. So car details are coming from level 2 cache. So let me try now. Let me clear the console. Now what will happen? I want to fetch another car. So which car I want to fetch? Audi car. Audi car is having two. So now these two Audi car two details are not stored in database, right? So very first time I am requesting now. Very first time I am requesting Audi car. Let me send the request to fetch the Audi car details. So now you can see, so this is, we are very first time we are trying to fetch Audi car 2. That is the reason there is a database call, and these details are stored in level 2, level 2 cache. See, one record is stored in level 2 cache. One L2C puts nothing but RD car also stored in second level cache. So one database call is happened, one so RD car is missing in second level cache. So now it is stored in second level cache. Now let me clear the console. Let me fetch the RD car now. Again let me refresh the, send the same request. If you check, so there is no database call because RD car is already stored in second level cache. Since it is stored in second level cache, details are coming from second level cache. Zero database request, zero database SQL statements are generated. There is no SQL statement is generated. One JDBC connection, one JDBC a call is happened. And sorry, not JDBC connection, guys, this is coming from L2 cache because there is no SQL statement is generated. SQL statement is not generated. Zero SQL statements are generated, and level 2 cache, from level 2 cache Audi core details are displayed. So now let me fetch one more time. What will happen? Same Audi car, again I refresh, again I sent one more request. Go to the database console, to the console. So every time whenever you are sending same request, those details are coming from level 2 cache. So let me try now third car. third car nothing but Rolls Royce. Let me try Rolls Royce. So Rolls Royce is not available earlier. So now if you check the console, there is no SQL statements. So earlier we have stored car 1 and car 2, though both are stored in level 2 cache. So now Audi car, now Rolls Royce is not stored in level 2 cache. Let me fetch very first time. Let me send one more request. Yeah, I just sent Audi, sorry, since it is 2, again it is coming from second level cache. Let me try third car Rolls Royce. Let me put it here 3 and click enter. So now since it is new request to fetch the Rolls Royce, so that is the reason there is a database call. One database call is happened, and those Rolls Royce will be stored into second level cache, and then and zero hits, nothing but details are coming from database, not from second level cache. Misses nothing but, so Rolls Royce is missing in second level cache. What will happen whenever you are trying to request? So Hibernate will check whether these details are available. Since we are enabled second level cache, Hibernate will check whether these details are available in cache or not. So it is checked in cache, level 2 cache. So since it is not available, that is the reason one misses. So what will happen? This details, there is one database call and fetch the details from the database and stored into level 2 cache. So now what will happen next? If I request same details Rolls Royce again, click enter. So one more request will go to the server and zero database statements, and Rolls Royce also coming from second level cache. So now you can confirm that we are able to successfully test second level cache by using command line runner as well as REST API. Is very easy, guys. You guys have to understand the concept. So now, as many number of time whenever you are requesting, so let me clear the console. So now let me try to fetch all the cars uh, sequential order. So now I have just cleared the console. So what will happen now? I want to fetch again uh, BMW car. So BMW I just fetched it. Since BMW is stored in second level cache, there is no SQL statement generated, and you can see details are coming from one L2C hits actually. So because the details are coming from second level cache, right? So because one L2C hits, you can see one L2C hits. So now let me try to fetch Audi car as well. So Audi car also coming from second level cache. Let me try Rolls Royce again. So like this you can understand, guys. So all are coming from second level cache. So based on your requirement, whichever entity you want to store it in second level cache, that entity you can declare it as a at the rate cacheable annotation. Basically any common data which never stored in data, never changed in database, that kind of data only we will put it in second level cache. You have to understand when to use second level cache. So which are all the common data related to your application? Whenever you are invoking multi-thread environment, same data if you want to invoke multiple times, so that time you can use second level cache. Those details you can store into second level cache, and your system performance will be very good. So instead of multiple database calls, only one time 1 DB call will be there, and remaining subsequent of request details will come from second level cache. Overall watching newly, you can subscribe my channel, and you can watch all the videos by invoking this channel youtube.com/@ rasul hyphen shake slash playlist. If you go to this channel, or you can type in YouTube directly Java Cafeteria. If you type Java Cafeteria, you can directly get this channel. So you can subscribe and watch all the. You can go to the playlist. There is a multiple videos are available. You can learn Spring Boot, Angular JS, Spring Data JDBC, and Spring JPA, Spring Data JPA, and microservices, and Mojito framework, and Spring Security, and JWT. Lot of stuff you can learn it here, guys. If you like, and please subscribe and share. Thank you so much. I will as soon as I find the time, I will upload a new concept into this same channel, guys. Thank you so much.